Hi, this is Heather, also known as Heathwitch, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm a practicing witch and I like reviewing all manner of items and objects that relate to witchcraft, such as books, tarot decks, oracle decks, and subscription boxes. Now, today I am here with the April 2020 box from Witch Casket, which is a UK-based subscription box service for witches. Each box has a mystery theme until it arrives and you open it and then you find out what the theme is. And I'm excited to be unboxing April's with you all. Now, this box is a little bit battered. I think it didn't go well with the transport and I'm hoping that everything inside is okay. That's, you know, down to the couriers. It doesn't normally arrive this battered. I'm not so bothered if it's just the box itself. Obviously, if the contents are battered, then I will have to speak to Witch Casket themselves, who are usually very, very lovely people. So let's dive into this Witch Casket unboxing. So, the theme for April is we are focused on plant magic. Of course, we've got the coronavirus going on in lockdown. I am currently in lockdown while I record this. I have got family working from home, which is why videos have been a little bit difficult to create. So there we go. So plant magic. Now this makes me quite excited because I love plant magic. And as well as being a witch, I'm a flower essence therapist, which means I work with our green allies and their vibrations all the time. So plant magic is right up my street and I am really, really, really excited now. So I never read the overside of the letter, which is the list of contents. I always go through the box first with my thoughts. So yeah, they hope that the casket will help us all to connect with nature a little bit during time of isolation. Yeah. So yeah, please take care and be well. Lovely. The Diabonella are always so nice, especially when you engage with them over social media and talk about witchcraft with them, or, you know, talk about your life, the positive benefits of having a Witch Casket subscription, and so on and so forth. I must say that I am a subscriber to Witch Casket, so this is not a endorsed or sponsored post or video or anything like that. And these are just my thoughts upon receiving my monthly box. So let's dive right in. So first of all, we have some lovely artwork here. I'm wondering if it's tea cake art again or whether it's somebody else. This time it doesn't actually say. But we've got some lovely flowers here. I really, really want to say that there's daisies and something that I should know that I can't think of off the top of my head. It'll come back to me. I'm sure it'll come back to me. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, that's lovely. I don't know whether I will put that with my herb books or with my herbal supplies. We'll see. Another art print. This time we have got lots of witchy accoutrements on this page, and this is by Rhiannon Rhodes Art. Rosewater, moon oil, a spell book, broomstick, staff or wand, ribbon, bottles, tarot cards, tea, candles, crystals, patchouli incense, and you've had the power all along, my dear, Glinda the Good Witch. That is from The Wizard of Oz. I wonder what that is on the back, or is that a stain? That might be a stain, unfortunately. It's quite an interesting little design in itself, though. I don't mind it. It feels like wax or something. Let's just see. Bury your past ritual kit. contains everything you need to know to bury your past and grow your future. Okay, let's have a look. I always love the spell kits they have in here. They're great for beginner witches, or if you want to try something new. Ah, there we go. Right, okay. Or if you're just like magic in a hurry or don't have the energy, they're fantastic for this sort of thing. This answers the questions to what was on the back of the art print. The tea light has obviously got warm in transit and has melted a little bit. I said it felt like wax. So yeah, so unfortunately that has happened. It has been very warm, so you know, that happens. I might be able to carve some of this out and retrieve the wick and use the tea light anyway. That's not a problem. If not, I can just melt it down further and re-pour it. And we've got some herbs here. I don't quite know what they are when they're green and squished up like this, because yeah, I'm much better at identifying herbs before they get to this stage, you know, but sometimes I can recognise them, sometimes I can't, it just depends. So, you know, I'd like to say that one of them's mint, this one. I'd like to say that that's mint. See what the card says. Bury your past, grow your future. You will need a piece of paper, mint, there we go, and marjoram. There we go. In fact, I was doing a spell the other day and I didn't have any marjoram. Never mind. And a black candle for banishing negativity. That'll be this little tea light here. That has melted in the sun, but never mind. I've got loads of black candles. Take a piece of paper and write down anything from the past which no longer serves you and you'd like to leave behind. Oh, this would be great for waning moon magic. Oh, fantastic. Light the black candle, burn the paper in a fireproof dish. Meditate as it burns down. Feel yourself releasing the negative things from your past. Grind the ashes from your paper, which signify the remnants of your past, with the mint and the main marjoram. Take them outdoors and bury them. Visualise burying your past issues, not worrying about them, burying your past issues. Leaving them when they can no longer weigh on you, and growing your happiness and positivity. Also, you know, giving anything back to the earth. Mama Earth will take anything and cleanse it and remove the toxicity. So yeah, lovely spell. In fact, I'll probably do that at some point over the next month. Up next, a bowl. As above, so below. It feels plastic. Probably is British made for food use. Cool. So I could eat out of it, or I could use it in Magick, providing I don't put anything flammable in it. So as above, so below. I love that. Cereal. I might actually just start using it as a cereal bowl. Just to inject a little bit more magic into my already magical days. I like that. It's not got a lot of weight to it, but I like it very much. I do like that very much. And of course, you know, you could always, if you blend your own compost, your own soil, you could do that in here. If you're mixing herbs for spell work, you could do that in here. You know, if you were mixing a very loose incense and that didn't need any kind of grinding down, you could definitely do that in this sort of bowl. And you could also use it for offerings as well, or scrying even, because it's black. Just have some water in it and see what you can scry. That would be lovely. Reflections might be a bit interesting though. But yeah, I like that. Next, incense sticks, and these are called Oak King White Sage incense sticks. Nice. Like the artwork. I recognise the artwork. I can't think who the artist is. Probably doesn't tell us. Anne Stokes. Of course it is. I should have just gone with my gut and said it's Anne Stokes. It's even official. But yeah, that will be a nice cleansing, soothing blend to have burning. Might actually burn some of them as soon as I'm done with the videoing. What else have we got? Ah, an ash catcher for your incense sticks, of course. A lot of plants end up being made into incense, whether loose or stick or cone. I myself make lots of loose incense for ritual work and also for friends and family. I will soon be offering incenses to buy, if anyone's interested in that. They will be primarily ground incense, but incense sticks are fast and convenient. It's always useful to have ash catchers. I have quite a few already, but it's always worth having spares, because I have a habit of taking them places with me and then either losing them, forgetting them, passing them on to friends, whatever. So I'm always grateful for more. So that's pretty fab. And, you know, as always, don't leave burning incense unattended. Make sure you've taken all the relevant safety precautions. Make sure there's nothing flammable near the lit stick or in its vicinity, anything like that. And also be aware that if you are burning incense in an environment where there are other people, to make sure that there's nothing like allergies or asthma or people with breathing difficulties or who are susceptible to smoke or any of that. You know, just keep yourself in a well-ventilated location, all the usual safety stuff. But that's together, that's a nice little, you know, package, you know, the fact that we've got incense and an ash catcher. Fab. Okay, so next up, oh cool, another wooden spoon for measuring out your herbs. I have one from a previous box which was leaf shaped, but this is actually spoon shaped, so that's quite cool, and it fits nicely in the palm of your hand. And you know, if you're gonna do something where you've got some loose herbs, you're measuring it out, this is a good size to use. You know, it's small, it's convenient, it'd be good for travel if you needed to. Measuring out herbs, fantastic idea. I really like that. I'm saying a lot of herbs today, I do apologise. Next up, wild blackberry tea. Piquant and sweet and considered to be a mild aphrodisiac. Okay then. I do like the Witch Casket teas. I am a massive tea drinker. They are always loose, which is fine because, you know, in a previous box we got a tea strainer, and loose teas are coming more and more back in vogue on the market. So you can usually get tea strainers pretty much anywhere nowadays. Again, this is something of which I have a collection. Yeah, I'll be interested to try this one and see what it's like. I'm on a real blackberry kick this spring summer actually, because I just seem to be really really hankering for blackberries, whether they be fresh ones or whether they be you know, like apple and blackberry pie or anything like that. Really like after that sort of forest fruits type of taste. And I suppose, you know, for me, forest fruits always bring to mind autumn, and if anybody knows me well, then you will know that I am always yearning for autumn. So yeah, perfect. Now I've seen the name of the stone, but I would have recognised it anyway, because this is one of my favourite stones. It's one of my go-tos. I have lots of this stuff. This is Labradorite, or Labradorite. Ugh, I can't pronounce it the other way. I call it Labradorite. This is actually raw Labradorite, which is quite a nice variation to how you usually see it, because you usually see it, I don't actually have any within immediate reach, which is weird for me. you usually see it as polished with a flash, yeah. And so actually having a raw piece is a nice change, a really nice change. And this is a stone that connects you with storm magic, with magic in general, with illusion, with power. Let's see what it says. We hope this beautiful Labradorite will help those of you in isolation through this time of hardship and change. Yes, it's a fantastic stone for weathering changes, for instigating changes within yourself as well, and seeing them through. It's one of my favourites just because it helps you connect with your own personal power and recognises when you're in alignment or not, and also for knowing you've got the strength to get through things. So that's a lovely, lovely addition. I don't know if that's actually part of the box or just something random that they've thrown in, because sometimes they do throw in extra gifts. Let's have a look, see what else we've got here. So here's another one. Here is another crystal. Because you see that one, the branding doesn't match up with the rest of the box. And usually there is a very consistent branding for each theme. So this time we've got these golds and greens, yeah, and this is white, which makes me think it might be just thrown in as an extra something to boost your spirits. Got another crystal here. Oh, this is Smoky Quartz. Pretty sure this is Smoky Quartz. It feels like Smoky Quartz. I have a massive piece of this behind me actually on the shelves. Let's have a look what the card says. Does the card say Smoky Quartz? Yes, it does. Gently neutralizes negative vibrations and is purifying and detoxificating. A useful stone for dispelling fear and negativity and helping to lift depression, stress and anxiety. Yes, which is exactly what I have Smoky Quartz for, because I dance with depression on a semi-regular basis. This is a beautiful, again, it's a rough piece. It's not a smooth tumble. And this is a lovely piece. It goes quite dark to quite pale. Good grounding stone. Very good for grounding. Fantastic for cutting through the murk of the matter and seeing clear, seeing true. Fantastic, as the card says, for dispelling negative energies and emotions. Fantastic for protection as well, and for dispelling illusion. So yeah, that's a nice little addition. There's some bits of wax here which makes me think that some other candles have slightly melted in the box, and I would be right. We've got some green spell candles. Obviously they were left in a warm, the whole box has been left in a warm van at some point, which is a shame, but these things happen. That's not Witch Casket's fault by any means. Green candles, great for plant magic, great for connecting with the earth, also good for health magic or prosperity magic. We also have the Enamel Pin of the month, and in this time, oh, it's a herb in a jar. This makes my little plant witch, flower essence therapist witch self so happy. Herbal witch self so happy. I really love that. I love that, because we co-create so much with our green allies. It's really nice to have a pin to remind us of that. And then we have a plant magic flag, which is made out of fabric and has also been rolled all one way for so long. Isn't that lovely? And it's got some holes there for you to attach some string or something so that you can hang it up. That is something that I will be doing. I will probably hang that in my herbal room, where I create a lot of my incenses and things, more so than with my plant library. I love that. So good. I really love that. Just roll that back up again. And then again, these things are compostable, the box is recyclable. We have yet another scroll, and this is the last thing to unwrap. And again, my nails are shocking, so we need something else to help me open these. So let's just grab that to get me going. My nails are short for two reasons. Number one, I have a habit of nibbling at them whenever I am thinking or nervous. And number two, I play the harp and it's not good to have long nails. I play the piano as well. Not good to have long nails there either. Nature in witchcraft, fantastic. So here's some ideas for you to actually use nature in witchcraft, or witchcraft in nature, whichever way around you want to look at it. Press flowers, grow a mini garden, make tea, get out in nature. Some herb correspondences. Oh, herb correspondences in general. Sigils and go gathering. Yeah. And some of the things it recommends for gathering. Oh, there are herbal recommendations up and down this sheet actually. But for gathering, there's dandelions, acorns, pine cones, tree bark, pine needles, rainwater, etc. Yeah, you know, so many people get into the craft and think, oh God, I've got to spend such a lot of money. You know, I need to buy the most perfect altar kit, or I need to have this stone or that stone or this herb or that herb. Here's some secrets. Honestly, people don't think of this. Go foraging. Get yourself a good nature guide. Go foraging. You'll be surprised to find what herbs and other plants are in your area that you can use in the craft that are really, really useful. And it's always, always great to use native plants, native herbs. Align yourself with the green allies in your neighborhood. Get to know them, spend time with them, because then when you're foraging, it will make things so much easier. And don't forget to always ask permission when you're foraging and leave a gift in response, whether it be something like some peat-free compost, some organic fertilizer, some water. Some plants do require blood. I'll warn you now. You will find out what those are if you do a little bit of research. Research is always good in the craft. And also, you know, the supermarket. So many herbs and spices that you use in the craft, you will find in the culinary aisle of the supermarket. So if you cannot get out to nature, whether you are housebound or whether you are not in an environment that allows you to get out in nature easily, or you're witching on the down low, then, you know, the supermarket. Buy yourself some rosemary. Get a small packet of salt, or of thyme, or of juniper berries, or, you know, whatever. Build up your witch's apothecary very slowly if you need to, because you only need a pinch of that here and there. It's not like you need kilos and kilos and kilos of what we would call simples, you know, simple ingredients for simple things like, you know, herb supplies for making teas and things like that, or making your own incense, you know, and you can use quite a lot of what might grow in your garden, what might grow in your neighborhood. You know, if you get flowers, if you get gifted flowers, you know, my husband often brings me roses, and, you know, I will often dry the petals and then crush them and use them in spell work. So, you know, use what's available to you. Yeah. it doesn't all have to be expensive. You don't have to buy a subscription box every month. I do it because it brings me a little bit of excitement and joy every month through the door. I love receiving post, and you know, this is something that's always a mystery to me. It's always something that's quite exciting to me to actually receive, because I never quite know what the theme is going to be or what the contents are. But you know, go out in nature, find what there is. And you know, if you can't get out in nature, then you know, even if you do buy your herbs from the supermarket, you can still connect with the energy of those herbs. You can still connect with those green allies. You know, whether you add them to a tea, or whether you make incense, or whether you use them in a spell pouch or anything like that. So there's just that's just me having a bit of a ramble about you know, plant magic and how you can use it. And of course, if you've got house plants, or even if all you've got is a hanging basket outside the door, then you know, you've got options there for growing your own plants, you know. And if you, like me, have got a bit of a black thumb, then something that is very forgiving, like aloe. I have a thriving aloe vera plant in one of the bathrooms, and you know, that takes very little maintenance, which is great, because I have a habit of forgetting to water things, which is probably where my so-called black thumb comes from. But I come from a line of gardeners, so there's hope yet for me. And yeah, just, you know, think about what you might need. Witchcraft does not require a whole lot of stuff. You know, if you think back to how our ancestors practiced their own folk magic, you know, things that we would label witchcraft now, they probably used things that were immediately to hand in their kitchens, you know. So they probably used herbs and plants that were in the immediate vicinity, you know. They probably used things that were always in the kitchen, like salt, like vinegar, like honey, like milk, you know. You can do a lot of really effective magic with stuff just in your kitchen. You don't need any bells and whistles and stuff like that, but if you want them, go for it. It's entirely up to you. I know I went through a phase when I first started the craft of trying to buy as many herbs as I possibly could from as many far off places as I possibly could, so that I had a really huge apothecary to my hand, you know, to hand. And I ended up using only like 5% of what I actually had. And I actually had to really dig deep and do a lot of work to use up all the rest of the stuff that I bought. I ended up with a list of herbs and oils and resins and roots and barks that I call my essentials list. And as long as I've got those, or some semblance of those, to hand, then I'm happy. Then I have a list that I call my luxuries list, which are herbs and oils and resins and barks and roots and flowers that are like, be nice to have, but my magic isn't going to suffer if I don't have them. You know, and a lot of what's on my essentials list is all stuff that I can get easily to hand, whether they be in the natural environment or something that, you know, a local shop sells. So yeah. Thank you for watching this Witch Casket unboxing. Sorry I had a little bit of a ramble at the end, but I hope you found it useful and enjoyable. As I say, this was the Witch Casket for April 2020, and this was plant magic. I'd also say there's a big theme about nourishing yourself as well, which is really important at the moment, you know, with this coronavirus thing going on all over the world. And also, you know, all the unrest that's going on, making sure that you look after yourself, keep yourself safe, and also nourish yourself is really important. So list of contents, we have the pennant, the altar bowl, the ritual kit, the scroll, the pin, the rough cut smoky quartz, the tea, the herbal scoop, the incense sticks, the green spell candles, the incense holder, and the art prints, and yeah, the extra special gift, which was the Labradorite. So yes, I was right. The Labby is an extra special gift, which is fantastic. Shout out to the suppliers, which is always appreciated. I always go and hunt down the suppliers whenever I receive a box. If it's someone new, I go and hunt them out and show my support by liking and following their products and their art or whatever, if it's something that appeals to me. So yeah, and of course, vegan friendly as always. So thank you for watching this unboxing video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more from me. Make sure you hit the little bell so that you get notifications for whenever I upload something new. Please share if you think this will be an interesting video to share with your friends. And thank you very much, and I will see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves and many blessings.